Okay, so I wanted to share this because it's literally still blowing my mind, right? This is based off the last video I just posted, right? So if you've and know anything about the Exodus that happens in the book of Exodus with the Israelites against the Egyptians, then you know that literally when God tanks the Egyptian economy, which at the time was like the greatest economy of the world, right? He's mocking their gods that they have, and you know their princes and principalities. He's mocking them, right? But he utterly, when I say utterly, he utterly destroys their economy. And I've talked about this in a couple different little videos. I got like 2 YouTube videos on it. They kind of like, it don't matter. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that he utterly destroys their economy. Utterly. He shatters it, right? And in the same breath, he builds up the Israelites' economy, literally making them, once they have gone into their land of milk and honey, once they get out of the wilderness, make it to their land of milk and honey, right? The Lord has made them the richest economy in the world, right? Think about it. Because when you read the plagues, every single plague benefits the Israelites, every single one, right? But the greatest of this, I would think, right, is that because of this, right, because the Lord has been increasing the Israelites' economy, right, when God sends the Israelites to the Egyptians and says, hey, let me borrow your gold, right? Because the Egyptians have been watching the God of the Israelites bless the Israelites. They're like, of course you can borrow my gold. Of course, why not? Right? Because clearly I'm watching, your God has destroyed my crops, but he kept your crops. Now I got to go to you for crops. Your God has destroyed my cattle. Now if I need cattle, I got to go to you to buy and get cattle. So if I'm an investor, right, and I'm thinking with my investment mind, I'm thinking on how I'm finna come up, right? If I'm going to put my money somewhere, some sort of investment, I'm going to put it in you, because these last 9 plagues or 8 plagues, I'm watching your God utterly destroy my economy, utterly destroy like the country in which I live in, but blessing y'all. So I'm gonna put my money where it's gonna be good. I'm gonna put it with y'all. So I'm gonna take all of my gold and give it to you. I'm gonna give all my gold to you, right? Literally, Exodus chapter 32. At this point in time in the story, if you think about it, the Israelites, although they are in the wilderness, because remember, Pharaoh said, take everything. Take your cattle, take your clothes, take your shoes, take your mama, your daddy, your brother, everything that you can carry and take with you, take it. That means the gold, their cattle, every single thing, their clothes, everything. The Lord, their skills, their abilities, everything. The Pharaoh said, take it all with you. I don't want you to leave nothing left. I don't want you to leave nothing else here in my land, in my country. I don't want to be reminded of Goshen, of y'all, none of it. Take everything, right? Even in the wilderness at this point in time, the Israelites would have been the richest country, the richest people in the land, because everything that the Lord had stored up with the Egyptians, he gave it to them. He transferred it through the plagues. If you read it and take your time, reading it, really read it, the Lord transfers. Wow, the Lord transfers the wealth from the Egyptians to the Israelites through the plagues, y'all. Through the plagues. That's how he does that. He brought a plague upon the land of Egypt, and he utilized that to make the Israelites the richest land, the richest people in the land. And when they established their country, they would have been the richest people on the earth at that time. Because remember, they were slaves. The Egyptian economy was based on slaves. Mind you, think about it. They got their gold, they got their labor, their skills, their abilities. We clearly know that the Israelites are able to multiply at fast numbers, because by the time that they are leaving, they are around 600,000, if I remember correctly, right? They went from about 40, 50 people to 600,000 men, women, and children. We're not even counting the cattle, the sheep, the horses, the oxen. Every single one of them people got some gold from the Egyptians before they got up out of there, right? They would have been the richest nation at the time. And guess what they did? They took the gold, the blessing the Lord gave them in their transition. As they're transitioning, they let the enemy come in very sneakily and told them, hey, your God has left you. Hey, you're in this wilderness. Even though they got provision, the Lord is giving them water. He giving them bread of angels. They just sitting in the wilderness, waiting on the Lord for them to get to the promised land, right? And they take their gold and it gets burned down into a golden calf. It gets burned down into a golden calf, y'all. They took what should have been a blessing and turned it into an idol. And what does God do when you have idols? He removes it out of your life. And so what could have been the richest, what would have made them the richest country or the richest land of their time, the richest people of their time, is now gone. It's now gone, y'all. They are no longer, because of their own foolishness. Their own foolishness. And I was sitting here thinking about that. And that blew my mind. That blew my mind, y'all. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? The Lord has now made you one of the richest people in the land. Whatever country you live in, and you take that money, you take the land, whatever it is, and you waste it. You allow the enemy to come in and to corrupt you, to corrupt the blessing. That's deep to me. That's deep to me. Anyways, I was thinking about that and I wanted to share it because it blew my mind. And I don't know if it's going to blow your mind, but if it does, put something in the comments. Or if you got more insight, put that in the comments too, right? Because my mind is blown that they could have been. So I guess this really is a warning that when the Lord gives you the riches that he laid up for the wicked, with the wicked, and he takes it from the wicked and he gives it to you, seek the Lord. Seek his divine wisdom so you can know what to do. And instead of what could have been a blessing for you, don't let it be your downfall. Don't let it be your downfall. Anyways, that's all that I had. And I hope that you guys have a great one. Bye.